I don't know why I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts, yeah!
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Corie. I am a high school family and consumer sciences teacher, but I love all things beauty and lifestyle, clearly. So you get a little bit of everything here on my channel. Today we are doing this blue and purple eye makeup look. Let me zoom you in. You're a little closer now, so maybe you get a little bit of a better idea of what this look is like. For this look, I used the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette from Beauty Bay, which those shadows are just such high quality. He did an amazing job on that. But you can use pretty much whatever colorful shadows you have around for this look. Don't feel like you have to go buy this palette just to make this look. I've been doing a lot of neutral looks lately and I was really wanting to do something colorful again, so here we are. I am so happy with how this look turned out, and hopefully you guys like it too. So if you're interested on how I got this fancy blue and purple makeup look, just keep on watching. Alright, we are going to start by prepping the eye area. I am using my Makeup Forever eye primer, and I just use a little bit of this all over the eyelid, and I even run it underneath my eyelid so that like the lower lash area doesn't crease. And then I will always, you guys know, set that with my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder. I use this Real Techniques setting brush for that. It's just the perfect size for the eye. And now it's time to jump into the eyeshadow. This is a pretty intense shadow look, and in order to complete this look, I'm gonna use the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. It's his pressed pigment palette. We're gonna work back here with these blues and purples, which is pretty intense, but as far as colored eyeshadows go, he did this palette very, very well. So, okay, I'm gonna start with the shade Modest on just a big fluffy brush. Y'all know I always have to start with my transition shade. And I'm using this above the crease. And if you'll notice, I'm holding my brush at the very end of the handle, and that gives me a really light and fluffy result without being too heavy-handed. I don't know why I'm kind of nervous. Okay, I'm gonna use a dense bullet brush with the shade Mist, and I'm gonna use that on my outer corner and blend it in about halfway into my crease and also like halfway onto the lid. But I'm gonna leave the very center of my lid bare. It never fails to shock me how pigmented these shadows are. So I'm taking this shadow up above my crease so that when I'm looking just normal, you can still see the blue. And I'm just working on really building up that color. Okay, I really worked to build up that color as much as possible. I am going to use just the same brush because we already have that blue on it, and I am going to take the color Moody Mitch, which is like this dark navy shade, and I'm going to use that on my outer V right here on the lid. And this is just gonna add some depth to the shadow look. I'm blending it up slightly. You know, I honestly always doubt myself on these shadow looks. I like start and I'm like, wow, Corie, this is it, you've done it. You have reached a new low. But then somehow they always turn out looking okay. There are definitely some looks I've done where it's like, meh. But like right now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm not sure how you're gonna pull this off, Corie. Now we're gonna move to the purple shade. So I am going to use the color Morgan, which I have heard, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not, I have heard that purples are the hardest shadows to make. So I'm gonna take that on like a shorter, denser brush just because we're working on the inner corner of the eye now. And I don't want this to get out of control, so I'm gonna be careful not to go too far above where my natural crease is because we don't want it to get too out of control. We'll blend it out in a second, but I'm gonna blend this up to that blue color. And I'm really gonna build up that color and work on blending it together with that blue right where they meet. And I'm going to just lightly fill in that blank area on my lid with the purple. Now I'm not gonna worry about building up the color right there that much. I just want it to not be completely bare. This is giving me like watercolor vibes and I'm kind of here for it. I'm gonna take my MAC Fix Plus, a very small shader brush, and I'm gonna take the color Marine, which is this duochrome white glitter, but it has a blue duochrome to it. So I'm gonna use that just in the center where we left that color blank. So I'm going up to my crease in the center and then just fluffing it outwards on both sides just a little bit. We are going to pause on the eyes for a second and work on the face. And then we'll come back to the eyes in just a little bit. But that's a majority of the eyeshadow complete. All right, as always, I am vibing with my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I really do love this primer. I think it's really great. And you guys know I always use a clean foundation brush to apply it. I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is a really nice medium coverage foundation that has a nice natural glow to it. You can definitely kind of manipulate this foundation to do whatever you need it to do. Like you can get it to pull more matte, you can get it to pull more glowy, depending on what you want. Maybelline Fit Me Concealer underneath the eyes. And I'm gonna be very careful not to track that blue anywhere. Trying to anyway. So in hindsight, I think it might have been a good idea to clean up my under eye before I put on my concealer. Oh well, it's too late for that. I'm gonna go back to my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder and just set underneath my eye. Now that we've got that going, we can do my eyebrows. I've been using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade, and I just kind of go with the natural shape of my brow. If you would like me to do a more in-depth tutorial on how I do my brows, I would be more than happy to do that. Please just let me know in the comments if that is something you would like to see from me, and any other requests that you guys have. But my brows really don't take that long. And then I take my Model in a Bottle Brow Sealer. For contour, I'm going to start as always with my NYX Wonder Stick in medium to tan. And if you guys have been watching me for any extended period of time, you know I do my contour very high and then I just use my foundation brush to blend it out. Because when you tap it out, it naturally kind of drags the pigment down just a little bit. And I would rather have my face look lifted than like it's being dragged down. And I am going to top that off with just a little bit more bronzer. I'm going to use my Ambient Lighting palette from Hourglass. I'm going to use the bronzer shade. It is Luminous Bronze Light, I believe. Ooh, Golden Bronze Light, sorry. And I'm just going to lightly go over everywhere that I just... Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to use my Hourglass palette as well. I'm going to use this highlighter down here in the corner. This is called Metallic Strobe Powder in Champagne Strobe Light. And I'm going to just put this kind of lightly all over my cheek area. That way your entire cheek glows and it's not just like a stripe at the top. And then for blush, I am actually going to... Have you guys not seen these in like forever? Because like I pulled this out of my drawer and I was like, dang, I forgot about those. So I am going to use the MAC blush in Melba. I like this because our eyes are obviously very intense. So I want a very neutral blush and Melba is that for me. So I'm feeling like my under eyes are looking a little cray-cray. So I would like to go back to those. Okay, so back to the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush. I am going to take the shade Mist mixed with Moody Mitch. I'm just gonna mix the two together. And I'm gonna put that on the outer half of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to clean off my brush as best I can. It's okay if it's not perfect. I'm gonna take the shade Morgan, which is the purple shade, and put that on the inner half. So I brought that purple all the way around my inner corner. For highlight, I am going to use the same highlighter that we used on our cheeks for both the inner corner and the brow bone, simply because I want it to be very bright and luminous. To finish out the eyes, I am going to put mascara on the lower lashes, Covergirl Lash Blast Fusion Mascara. On the top lashes, I am going to put false lashes on. I'll let you know which ones I use when I come back, and then I'm gonna top it off with the Buxom Lash Mascara. All right, last thing for this makeup look. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. The lashes that I ended up using are the Kiss Pompadour lashes. They're very full, fluffy lashes. So lastly, for lips, I am going to use just a touch of this Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche liquefied lip in Chutney, just to give a little bit of color. Like literally, I'm gonna go like this, and then just smush it around. That's it. And then I'm gonna top it off with my Fenty Glow liquid lip gloss. Oh. So that is it for this blue and purple makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. It means the world to me when you guys do that. And be sure to leave me a comment letting me know what you thought about this look and also any looks you'd like to see from me in the future. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye guys!